Alright guys, so we're gonna tint this Volvo back window. So I have Baby Johnson already on the paper towel. Some use dry sheets, but I use baby shampoo on it and just spread it over. Now we have the film already added on the window, and we're creating a H pattern right now, as you can see. Now I leave some film at the bottom so I can stretch it, pull it, it works well, it's really good if you can have, if you can waste a little bit of film to have that, it's gonna help you to shrink it. I mean, right now, as you can see, I'm starting to shrink and you can see those zigzag lines. So you start slowly. If you're doing it first time, make sure to start slowly. Like I'm pushing it probably a little bit further because I'm more advanced, but you can do a bit slower, little small pieces. Like, I mean, you can just do a tiny bit less, than me, and keep on pushing it down. Now, as you can see, it's just they keep popping back and you're gonna go over and over and over again. Sometimes if the film sticks, you just pull it. As you can see right here, I'm doing it. Just pull it down a little bit and shrinking it. And then afterwards pushing it down with a soft card. So I have this card is usually for card wrapping, but I love using it for most of the tint jobs. So as you can see, if it tags down too much, I just pull it, release it, and you can have a slight pull. You don't have to pull it very hard, but slightly pull and shrink, and you'll see it just lays down to the window very easy. And we can just keep on doing it. So you can see I'll comment on the things that's needed right now because I'm doing a voiceover due to the fact that the garage was super loud in the background, so I couldn't speak directly. But just have a look how I'm doing it. You'll understand as we go along. As you get to the bottom, you will need to pull a little bit more often, the bottom of the film, and keep on shrinking. At the moment, I can see already down. I am at the position where I already shrank, but I know that I'm over the dotted matrix line. But I just keep on doing it. I like to shrink it fully, because I don't know, just I prefer to do that way. But of course, you could in theory stop at the dotted matrix lines, but I'm doing it, as I say, full way down. And you can see sometimes I shrink under the finger, so I don't go directly to the finger, I go under it. It's my way of shrinking. Some guys don't do it, they shrink the top of the finger and push it down. I shrink under it when I'm at the very end already. I don't know, it lays down better from my experience, and it's more easier for beginners as well. So as you can see, we've done that side. We're gonna go ahead and start on the other side. So we do get these sometimes long fingers, and they come up, but as you can see, they're fairly easy to tag down. So as you can see, I'm pulling and shrinking, pulling and shrinking. I'm making like a little area where I'm gonna tag down. And as you can see, I'm doing in sections. So I'm spreading it across. So it doesn't just, I don't just shrink one area. I shrink like a whole line and then tag it down, So as you can see right here, like I'm doing it bit by bit, and then afterwards I'm gonna tag it down. So around the wiper, sometimes you get these fingers and you can't shrink them sideways because window film shrinks only up and down. So you can just push them to in a way that they come up again as in a straight line, kinda. So you tag them down. So yeah, as you can see, it is time consuming. It does take some time. You need to I mean, this window is not a difficult one. I tried doing this a little bit slower so everybody can see it. I could have shrank this in probably twice as I'm doing it right now. But I do want to show the guys, that it's how to do it step by step. I remember when I was learning myself, I used to as well, watch the videos, slow them down just to see how everybody's using their card, how to push down the fingers and stuff like that. So I'm trying to do the same for use, because whoever trying to, like, you're trying to learn, you need everything to be super slow. And even right now, I think I'm doing it too fast. So yeah, so the dotted matrix line around the Viper is quite high on this car, so I don't really need to bother with that one finger down there, because it's under the dotted matrix. Now at the top, it's a little bit more complex, because I cannot pull the film, so I'm doing it in a smaller sections, like I'm pushing it way less than I was pushing at the bottom. So because I can't really see, the spoiler itself is blocking the view, and I can't really see, and it plus the film is a little bit tagging down. I don't use, so other guys use baby powder to, like, spray the powder, then the film is kind of sliding around, but I prefer to do it with a Baby Johnson, so I just spread Baby Johnson shampoo on the back of the window, and but of course it does stick a little bit more. It tags down a little bit more than with a baby powder, if you would blow a little powder on the back of the window. So what I'm doing here is, like, I'm stretching it to make sure, because I can't really see it. So I'm just stretching it, making sure that I don't have some huge sideways finger, that can crack while I push it, while I'm shrinking it. So yeah, just keep on doing, like, slowly here, because that's like, for if you're a beginner, good thing to do is to remove the spoiler, but it is gonna be a little bit more difficult on some certain cars. It is very complicated. Some of them are very easy, so just keep an eye on it. I did get the help from my brother to have a light. Eventually I'm gonna use the light, so we can see where the fingers are, but I have a feeling that we already almost finished. We're getting close to the dotted matrix lines, and we're, like, from what I already see, it's almost done. But of course, it's good to double check with the light, so you didn't miss any finger, because then you will need to, shrink it from inside while when you apply already the film, and that doesn't really go well. Sometimes it can leave, like, these marks and glue marks when you're shrinking from inside. So as you can see, I got myself a light. I'm just looking what I have done, and looks all alright, so then I just gave him to hold, like, okay, I could have done it myself, but could have placed the lamp on the wiper itself, and would have seen uh, where the fingers are. So yeah, so as well, be careful when shrinking already at the spoiler. Don't shrink in one position too much, because you can melt the spoiler. So make sure just to do it for a bit of, like, a short periods and short intervals. As you can see, I as well always shake the heat gun when I'm shrinking. I don't know, it just works better that way. Try it out. I don't know, might not work for you, but for me it does. So I'm already passing the dotted matrix line, so I already safe, so the basically the back window is already shrunk. So I'm gonna snap off new blade when I'm cutting on the back window, and we're gonna start. My brother is helping me with the light, but I do have brighter lights where I would need him. But of course, it's way easier if somebody can help you when you're cutting around, because it's just, all these plastics around. They you need to position the lamp. You can need to adjust it. So if somebody can help you, it's great. If no, then of course you'll take a little bit longer time, to do it, but it's gonna be easy. I know I cut super straight, as you can see. I've been doing this for many years, so you should take your time while cutting. Maybe leave an extra. I'm doing very close to the dotted matrix, but you can do a little bit wider cut, just in case your cut goes a little bit inwards, and then you need to redo the cut. As well, I keep repositioning the knife, so because I need to, like, if you can't just do one way and cut all the window all around, so you need to do from top to bottom. I do the bottom, then I do from the top edges. you know just need to position your hand in the right way, because like, you can cut it you can cut it very quickly, very wrong, so you don't want to reshrink the window, you know. So as you can see, I'm doing now going down from top to bottom and joining those lines. Now we have a problem here. We cannot cut the top line. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab ourselves a marker, permanent marker, and we're gonna draw, like, you know, it's a difficult way to draw, I know, but it's that's how you do it. I mean, if you don't want to remove the spoiler. So that's what I'm doing right there, and you can do it in small parts, you know, you don't have to do it in the one go, you know. And as you can see, I'm doing in little pieces, like I mean in little parts, because it is difficult to get that marker even under. And if you're gonna try to cut it, it's highly likely you will not be able to. So make sure to get yourself like a permanent marker. It's gonna be easy because you're gonna throw it on the board, you know, and cut it out, you know, roughly to that shape. And it's gonna, like when you're gonna apply it, you won't see that. Even if you're gonna cut it slightly a little bit off, you know, a little bit wobbly, you won't be able to see it when it's added on the, like on the glass itself. So as you can see, I'm almost done here, and we're gonna cut it on the board. So whatever I managed to cut off, I took it off like from the film. Less material, easier to work with. So just peel it off basically, and now add it to the board. So carefully try to grab your film from the glass. Try to not crack it, break it. You know, take it easy. Don't go crazy. You know, tinting windows is takes a lot of time, like and you have to be very careful. As you can see, my drawing wasn't the best, but at least I know rough idea where it's at, you know, where the dotted matrix at. I did a little bit over it, so we will cut it off slightly above, and I guarantee you that it will be no visible white lines when we apply the film. You can do a nice little cut, like, you know, even if your drawing is not the best, you can see I'm just trying to follow the line as much as possible, but I am trying to cut it a little bit straight because I can see that, you know, the drawing was the drawing wasn't definitely straight. So as you can see, we just cut that off. So there you have it. We have it cut out and ready to be installed on the back window. Make sure to clean around the plastics, you know, without touching the glass itself. Just clean it around, just in case you touch with a window film when you're applying, so you don't catch any debris. So now as the window is prepared, we're gonna peel off the liner. I had a little bit difficulty here, the liner cracked in half, but it doesn't really matter. Spray it down. I'm working at 35 degrees Celsius, so I need a lot of water, everything getting stuck immediately. So I use extensive amount of Baby Johnson in the water, and I do spray a lot of water because it's drying as we're speaking. I mean, it's a complicated part to tint in a very hot weather. So yeah, so as you can see, I apply the top part. I know the meta glass is not showing it properly, but I apply first the top, let the bottom hang, and then slowly adjust, and put it in place. Make sure to not, no, as you can see, no corners would be visible, as in, so you have the film all the way across and no visible white lines around the edges. So just spread it around with your finger, get those air pockets out, you know, and then we're just gonna squeegee out the water. So spray it down, get yourself the squeegee, and do it to the sideways. I am sorry that I can't fully show you guys because of the glasses, that they didn't record the top part, but it's fairly straightforward. You just squeegee the water out to the sides as much as possible and just go around. Make sure to not leave any water around the edges. And there you have it. perfectly tinted window. No bubbles, not on the sides, nowhere to be found. Just a lot of cleaning and it's gonna be perfect.